how I got with Suge and Death Row was about 1991, 1990. DJ Unknown, who at the time was producing for Suge and then a bunch of other people, he was affiliated with Suge and Dr. Dre when they were getting ready to start a label. My relationship with Suge was with providing, dogs for the videos and for him and for, all the
bombfirst.com.
rappers, Snoop and everybody. Everybody wanted a protection dog. Everybody wanted a pit bull that did protection work. And, I was selling dogs all over the world. I was traveling all over the world. After, knowing Suge for about a year, and, and when you have dogs and you train dogs for people, you're actually in their home, with their families. I knew probably where he lived better than 90% of the people at Death Row. I actually, because when you train the dogs, you have to go to their house. So after about a year, me and Suge hanging out, training his dogs, providing stuff for him, flying around the world with him. He said, hey, I need you to come to the office and work and handle stuff like marketing, because, I have a master's degree in marketing. And
bombfirst.com.
And I said, okay. I said, I'll come on board, but I'm not going to give up my dog business. And for me, I thought it was a good chance for me just to travel and meet more people in the entertainment industry to, provide my services, which, it worked out that way. But also, Suge taught me a lot about the music business, and every step of the way that he taught me, I moved up with more responsibility. As more people dropped off, people that were supposed to handle some aspects of marketing, maybe they couldn't deal with the guys walking around the office with guns, so they disappear, and then I have to wear that hat. Somebody else in charge of certain parts of the territory and promotions, they couldn't deal with the yelling and screaming or whatever was going on in Death Row, and they drop off. So in Death Row, my rise up the ladder was by attrition. As more and more people disappeared or couldn't deal with the stress of working at Death Row, I had to take on more and more responsibilities. And then Suge found out that he could count on me. Because I'm not into the gangster world or anything like that, and he knew that, and I'm just, let me do my thing. I'm a soldier. I was in the Marine Corps, so to me, whether I'm in the Marine Corps or with Death Row, I'm a soldier, so I do my thing, and I don't get all involved in the everybody else's business. I just do what I'm assigned to do to try to help the organization move forward. I was with the company then, but that wasn't my job to do that kind of stuff. We had Parrish and a bunch of other people that were handling things like that. In the early days, my job was to supervise, things like certain projects like Doggy Style or whatever. But I was just make sure the dots got connected. There were people that were responsible for that, but I was kind of like to make sure that they did what they're supposed to do. In the later stages, then we got into like soundtracks for the movies, and I would have to go work with the music supervisors for like what was the one with all the Tupac movies that he did when he was with Death Row.
bombfirst.com.
Gang related, and and those movies, I was instrumental in making sure that the right songs got on the album, clearances. I worked with Happy Walters, who was the music supervisor, and I would have to go deal with him. I'd have to go deal with the people over at Warner Brothers if they had they needed music. So I really got into the music supervision part of Death Row, and from there went into more of A&R, bringing in young new artists to Death Row. Death Row signed a lot of artists that I brought in. Some of them were on the soundtracks, but most artists in Death Row never got an album release on their own.